Well, winter, she's a coming. In my hands, they're staying warm without any heaters or any fancy gear. Let me show you how we winterize our coop and run around here using stuff that we already have. You see, most people, they think that chickens need all these heaters and fancy equipment just to survive the cold. But the truth is, they don't need all that stuff. What chickens can't handle is moisture, draft, and boredom. So today, we're gonna be fixing all that. What's nice about where I live is it doesn't get too cold in the wintertime. I think the lowest it will ever get where I am is like mid-30s. So just above freezing. So it never really gets below freezing here. So I don't have to worry too much. I mean, chickens do pretty well in the cold. It does get really windy here up in these mountains, which makes it feel a lot colder than what it really is as far as temperature goes. So what we're doing for us is gonna work perfectly, but for you, if you live somewhere where it snows or gets below freezing, you might need to take a couple of more steps to winterize your coop. But for us, here where I live, mid-30s, so we don't gotta go too crazy. So a couple things that we're gonna do to winterize this coop and run here. We're gonna do a full clean on the entire coop in here. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because we do already have a video on full cleaning our coop. Go back on my channel. I'll leave a link here too as well if you wanna go check that out so you can see more in depth how we clean our coop. But we're gonna do a quick full clean, replaced with brand new bedding, and we will be utilizing the deep litter method all throughout the winter. That way, the chicken coop will stay warm inside from all the bedding, and as they kick it up, and it will help us compost as well. And then after winter, when we clean again, all that bedding will go straight into the compost for when spring comes and we're ready to plant some new crops. After that, we also need to try and cover up some drafts. I got a couple drafts up here in the back, and it's kind of close to where the chickens roost, so we want to get that covered up a little bit, not too much, because we want air to still go through the window and up out that draft. We got a couple little drafts here on the nesting box. We also want to get covered up. After that, we got to go around the run and fix some fencing. We got some fencing that's coming off. And then after that, we're just going to do a quick run through, make sure all feeders, all waterers are good to go. They stay happy, they stay warm, they stay healthy. That is the main goal, to have healthy hens so we can get some nice, awesome, tasty eggs. So without further ado, I'm going to stop yapping. Let's go clean out this coop. All right, we got the coop all cleaned out, scrubbed out. We used a mix of 2 parts water, 1 part white vinegar. That's gonna help kill bacteria and the ammonia smell, all that good stuff. So just a little dab of that, scrub it out with your scraper, get all the grime and poop off, and you can come out with an old rag, clean it up, Now we're gonna let it dry out. We wanna let it dry out for probably a couple hours before we put in the new bedding. So we're gonna let this all dry out for a couple hours. Meanwhile, we're gonna go around and do the fence right now, where it's a little busted and coming off. So we wanna staple that back on. After that, hopefully we can get inside here and do the draft with the plastic wrap and then add in all our bedding and all that good stuff. So let's get to it. Staples are good. We got everything stapled up that we wanted to get fixed. Now let's move on to the next part. We're gonna try and go in here. Should be plenty of time for it to air out a little bit at least, to where I'm not gonna get vinegar all up in my nose. We're using this plastic wrap, pretty much kind of like saran wrap, but I'm gonna keep like layering over it, one, and get it really thick. I got my staple gun, staple it on there, and it's clear, transparent, so that way sun will still be able to get inside the coop for the ladies, all that good stuff, and no wind. That's important. They don't like the wind. Where the chickens are roosting, get those covered up, put plastic wrap. After that, we have an idea to try and do a windbreak here in the run. I got some spare metal sheeting here that I didn't use for the roof. So I'm gonna try and do a DIY contraption thing here for the walls of the run, help block some wind, help redirect wind off the ladies, all that good stuff. For now, let's go put our wrap on, get these drafts covered up. Everything that we wanted to put wrap on has got its plastic wrap along the nesting box. We got it inside of the coop there for a possible draft. So now all that's left to do is put the bedding inside of the coop and get that ready to go for the ladies. It should be all good and dry now. It's been a few hours. Let's do it. Most of the wind usually comes from like northwest. So I'm gonna go grab some materials, drills, screws, zip ties, all that good stuff. And we're gonna figure out exactly how we're gonna make a windbreak wall here on the run. Let's get to it. All right, there we go. We got one of our windbreak walls on. Most of the time, wind usually comes in that direction, which I believe is west. But most of the wind usually comes from that direction or that direction. So, you know, kind of picture like it'll come up over the wall, down, and then boom, hopefully hit here and break off these, you know, two directions, won't go through the run. If it's coming from this side, my general guesstimate is that most of this stuff, like the tree, all my boxes and stuff, wood, when I have all my wood piled up here, that's like acts as its own natural windbreak wall. So I shouldn't have to worry too much unless it's like super high gusts coming from that way. But it should like break up off the tree, off my boxes. So it shouldn't be too bad this way. I'm more worried about this side when the wind's blaring through this direction, that way, so it'll hit this wall and break off. So I think that's a good use of our spare metal roof. Remember, this ain't Pinterest over here. We ain't all about that fancy dancy stuff. We're about utilizing what we have, being realistic about this homestead lifestyle and what it takes to really be able to utilize everything and survive off our land. But it does the job we want it to do. You know, winter reminds me of how preparation can bring peace. God gave us the seasons for a reason. Do the work now so you can rest when the storm hits. And that's really all it takes. No heater, no big budget, just a few simple steps and a little common sense. So if you're new to raising chickens and this video helped you in any way, then hit that subscribe button and hit that like button and join the family where we build simple and we live free. I want to thank you all for tuning into the channel. Thank you for watching another video here on Mundo's Homestead Adventures. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.